Alright, now just go teach you a little bit about trusses and how to use MDSolids. So we open up MDSolids. See it right there? That's a link there. It's MDSolids. Not sure where it's located, but it should be on your desktop in the POE folder on the desktop. So I open up MDSolids and I see this little thing right here called Trusses. If I open that Trusses up, it comes up like this. So I can create a new truss, and then I got to figure out a horizontal spacing interval and a vertical spacing, the number of spaces. So depending on how big it is, if I want to make it 5 spaces by 5 and just say every one is 1, if it's a smaller truss, that's definitely something you can do. Let's make number of spaces. Vertical will make 5 and we'll make 7, maybe this way, 8, maybe this way. And there we go. We've got our spacing and stuff. So the first thing is we got to do, we look up here, it says create. First is members. Members is the lines. So if I'm going to create a member, I click and hold the mouse button down, drag up, we'll go up maybe 2 and 4. Then I'll come over down to here, come connect this, and I hold the mouse button down. Then I got to put the top joist in here, and I've got my members all done. The next step is to add the supports. So to do that, I click on supports here. I grab that, drag down, then I drag to the right, which gives me the pin. See that? Now I've got a pin. Did you see how I did that? Let me undo that, or I'll erase that, okay? So again, I'm going to create a support. I click, I'm going to drag to the left, then click and drag down. You can see how it gives me the pin. And this side I'm just going to drag down, so now they're both on the bottom. So it's showing me that the pin is here and the roller's over here. Notice that it automatically gives me my angles, okay? Then I'm going to create my loads. I'm going to put a load here, let's say 250 pounds there. Put a load here, put it 500 pounds there. And a load here, we'll put 120 pounds there, okay? There we've got them right there. And all we got to do is hit compute, and there it is right there. There's 452.8 compression, 318, we've got 405 here. But let me go back a second. Let me edit. I'm also going to this time put a load this direction here, right here. Let's go that direction. We'll go 100, maybe 50 pounds here. Okay. And then I compute. Now you'll notice how there's a 50 pound going the X direction here to counteract. That's a reaction force counteracting that pounds amount there. And then if I look here, I've got the AY 430. I've got 440 over here. And then I've got this one's in tension. This one's in tension. You can see the blue ones are in tension, and the yellowish ones are in compression. That means this would be a negative number, this would be a negative number, this would be a negative number, these would be positive. Okay, this is how you can check your work. So when you finish doing the calculations on a truss by hand, go ahead and put the truss on this document here. The biggest thing that I have found that people mess up on is when they're doing a new truss is this part here. Make sure the horizontal spacing is 1, because that tells me this is 1. Let's say this, the way I think the default is 10 and 10. Well, then if you look at it, it's actually, if you look down here, it says 10, 20, 30, 40. Well, that's not what we want. So make sure this is, well, we don't ever do trusses that big. Now, if you're doing a real big truss, that's fine. So I'm going to do 1 and 1 and hit OK. And then also when you start your truss, you're designing trusses for support and to try to make them as strong as possible. Put your truss into MDSolids to see how it's going to be. Okay? And that's all.